Looks like our microphone here got
unhappy. Okay. Cool. Welcome and welcome to this show. My name is Pelly. I work for the MakeCode team, and I'm here. I'm here going to do some microbit coding. There's a question on the chat whether we need a microbit to do this activity, and the answer is no. We can do everything in the browser at makecode.microbit.org, but if you have the hardware, it's actually quite fun because we'll have something that we can do afterwards. Okay, and I'm in the wrong editor. That's interesting. There we go. Let's make sure our snap camera decides to wake up. It didn't like reloading. Sometimes these things have a life of their own. All right, no snap camera today for us. And it doesn't want to pick up my camera anymore. What's going on? Yeah, right before that we had the restream. It didn't work. Looks like maybe my machine is gonna need a reboot. Okay. So this camera is locked by the camera. This camera has serious image resolution issues, but I'm gonna try that one. Nope, it's really not that good. All right, snap camera gives me the snazzy eyes, but it doesn't want to start today. It's really not willing to behave. Let's try to refresh one more time. Yeah, no snap camera today. Well, that's very sad. We're gonna what? Sorry about this. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the snap off. Snap. Okay, quit it and go back, and now it should unlock my camera. Yes, I'm back. Ha! Thank you for the hints on the chat. We're still working out how we're gonna have the chat. I have the Twitch chat here, but if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, you don't see that. Okay, so we are in makecode.microbit.org, and this is our online editor to program the microbit. The microbit is this beautiful little piece of hardware that I have here attached to my computer. But we're going to be doing coding using this online editor in blocks and also maybe in Python. And today we're going to be building a clock. Well, no, we're going to improve the countdown by adding lab support. So the countdown is, there is somewhere a tutorial that lets you build a countdown, but I don't remember where it is. So in all our tutorials, we have something that lets you build a countdown. Reaction time, salute, crashy bird, no, radio games, I'm not looking for that. Stopwatch, yes. Okay, so we're gonna do this tutorial, and then we're gonna mod it to add labs, and we'll learn about arrays at the same time. Okay, well, we've done this tutorial in blocks. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do Let's do a blocks tutorial. All right, so this is a very simple countdown app, and what I want to add is the ability to record lap information. So I'm just going to follow the instruction here. I guess when I press A, I'm going to, hold on, let's zoom in. All right. Okay, I can click here. This looks good. All right, step 1, success. Code store running time and a variable start. So I'm going to create a variable start, and I'm going to store the running time, which is here. And that's the number of milliseconds that the microbit has been running since it's been powered. I'm going to add a B button. So when the idea of this app is, you've got your timeline here, and this is start. I need a pencil, and this is going to be, and then you press A here, and here you're going to press B, and you will have the end time. Drawing skills are pretty terrible, but that's the idea of the countdown. And we're going to store that in value. And we're going to store the running time. Oh, and we're going to subtract running time and start, and that's going to be our elapsed time. Okay, so I'm going to rename this to elapsed. And I'm going to math and find my subtraction. And now with the dot connector, it's very easy to figure out where things are going to go. And I'm going to need my start. So that is the number of milliseconds spent between clicking A and B. Hello everyone, and welcome to the show. This is the MakeCode for Microbit show. And my name is Pally. I work for the MakeCode team here in Redmond, in my basement. Add code to show the number of millisecond elapsed. Use integer division to divide elapsed by 1,000, get seconds. Aha. So what we're doing here is we're doing the good old integer division so we don't get decimal number that's going to take forever to show up. There's a question about the running time, building a built-in variable. Yes, it is. You'll find it under input. So right there. It's a function that gives you the number of milliseconds the microbit has been running. And it will roll over, I think, once a month. Just something to be aware of in case you're measuring some very long timings. Okay. What was I doing? I was computing, I was showing this number. So let's follow the tutorial here. We're gonna do this. No, not that. Click undo, go back here, take this, and integer division is here. That's really, it can be a bit of a throw up to find it, but it's here. So just to recap, start, nope, here, then here, then here. All right, so I'm gonna put that there. Grab my elapsed variable and divide it by 1,000. All right, and as I mentioned, you don't need the hardware. You can test this by clicking A and then B. 3 seconds. Not the most exciting stopwatch, but we're gonna fix that. And I tried it Oh yeah, you can keep pressing B. We don't reset start, so it tells you the time spent. That's not too bad. And I'm gonna now download this to my microbit. Now you can see that I have the USB icon here. That means my microbit is paired. It's right to wall, so I'm just gonna click download. And you see it reset it. So if I go and click on A, then B, and I can keep clicking and it tells me the time that has been spent since A was pressed, which is nice. It's not very precise. Then it kind of gets annoying with more than 10 seconds. All right, so we're gonna be having quite a bit of fun with this countdown, kind of improving it. There's a lot of things I want to do that are a bit better than what we're trying to do here. All right, so first off, kind of want to show that it's running. And right now, if you look at it, there's absolutely no indication on the screen that something is happening. You can actually run them side by side. I can click and click. Hey, works. Cool. How do I show that something is happening? What I can have is I can have a loop on the side that kind of flickers with the screen, which we can do that. So we can have a forever loop. And what we're going to do is we're going to say if the, so we're going to go in logic. All right, so there is a question about drag and drop. On my microbit, I have to drag and drop the file on it. How do I make it so you don't have to do that? Okay, great question. How do I get this? How do I get this? Let me show you that. Okay, so I'm gonna reset my browser here and no, I can't because it's the iframe. All right, so what you wanna go is you wanna go click, I'm gonna go and disconnect, which I can't. Let's do that. You wanna go and click pair device. Oh, that's annoying. Doesn't capture the click. All right, so this is it. This is here. So click on the triple dot and pair device. Then you're gonna have the instructions: connect the microbit to your computer with your USB cable and pair your microbit. If you click that, now connect your microbit, any of the microbits. If everything goes well, you will have, and you're not seeing it because I'm not capturing that window. You should see a dialog with the microbit. If you don't, I'm gonna click cancel here. You're gonna see a new window here. You're gonna see instructions on how to update your firmware. If it's the first time you're trying to do this download, go ahead and check that your firmware is high enough. Otherwise, there are instructions on that page on how to upgrade it. You really want to have the new web USB download because it's one click, it's much faster. Okay, so I'm gonna do pair device again. I'm gonna find my microbit on it, I'm gonna connect it. Click connect. And once it's connected, you get the little USB icon here, which is great, which means you're connected. Once you have the USB icon, hit go. It doesn't seem to be happy. Something's going on. I'm gonna cancel it. definitely went into a mode. All right, let's try again. I don't need my headphones actually. All right, let's try to download again. Let's get the camera up and download. It's not blinking. So it might be that the device is, oh. It is running. It's hard to tell that it's running. I need to make some kind of a change. That wasn't what I wanted to click. Let's see. We're gonna go back here and we're gonna talk about the state. So I want to show that I'm actually recording versus just displaying time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a variable, and that variable is called recording. And when I press A, I'm going to set that variable to true. Right? And when I go in the for loop, if this variable, go here, keep those together. If this variable is true, so I'm going to read this variable, then I want to toggle. Toggle is a great way to do something. I'm going to toggle the first LED. And to avoid toggling too fast, I'm gonna wait 100 seconds there. What am I doing? Great question. I'm coding a stopwatch on the microbit, and I am making just improving from the tutorial. If you want to try it out, this is on MakeCode.microbit.org, and we're using this super cool little hardware here. All right, so if I click on the simulator, you see it's blinking. Maybe slightly slower. All right, I'm going to change the behavior of this, and I'm going to stop. So this is still recording. I'm going to clear the start. Well, okay, so stopwatch is usually one button. So I'm going to modify entirely this. I'm going to say, we're going to make it a single button. So if let's hide this one. I'm going to refactor this application. So instead of having two buttons, we're going to just do button A. So if I'm recording, then I want to do the recording thing. If I'm not recording, I want to, so this is the path where if I'm not recording, I start recording. If I am recording, I stop recording and I show the elapsed value. If I am recording in the background, I'm going to start toggling. So if I click A, it blinks. Click A again, it shows me the number. Click A again, it's clear. Oh, forgot to clear the screen. So we're going to go here and do a clear screen here. Okay. Now, one thing you notice is that it's a lot of code and it may be confusing. Hello from Maryland. Hello, hello. Welcome to the countdown show. So I've got my tool logic, but it may be confusing to look at it and you don't really know what's going on. Functions are a great way to explain things. I'm going to say, I'm going to have one that's called start countdown. I can't call it start because I already have a variable called start. But start is a great name. So I'm going to first rename this with a better name, which is start time. Haha, much better. Now I can create a function and I'll call that start. And this function start takes these blocks. And we're gonna now call start here. So things get much clearer, and I can also collapse this. Similarly, we're gonna go and create a stop function. And we're gonna move all these blocks under stop. And now we're gonna call stop here. All right, so now the problem is easier. Things are easier to understand. You don't have so many blocks. When you click on button A and you're recording, you do start. If you're not recording, you do stop. Otherwise, you go into the functions. Now we have a debugger in MakeCode, so that's really helpful to go and try things out and step through things. This is the little debugger icon. And let's try it out. So I'm going to click debugging, and I'm going to put a breakpoint here. And you put a breakpoint by clicking on these dots here. Click on the dot. And I'm going to press A. And you can see that recording is false. This is the value recording, false. And when I step one step of the program, I'm going into the branch that is false. And I'm going to call start. And it goes through start and then run start. Now I'd run this toggle so I can run again. And it's toggling. And I'll press A again. And now we are in the button handler. But now recording is true. You can also see that we've got some updated numbers, mean 15,000 seconds. So if I step through, I'm going to go into stop. The debugger is a great way to figure out what's going on and understand if your program is doing what it should be. Let's get this one into our editor. Download completed. I can now, let's try this. Let's try full screen. I can do A and, oh, it's reversed image. 6. Oh, reverse image is a bit confusing. Right, so if you go this, press A, it's blinking as expected. B doesn't do anything anymore. And then press A again. 8. Cool. So that's our first part on our countdown series and timers and so forth, which are really fun little things to build. And this is the code so far. I'm just going to expand all this and hide this. So this is the code so far as the microbit is concerned to build the timer. This is also mysterious. I could create another function to make it more explicit. Blink. And move all in that. And call blink. So now I have my top level events, and I have 3 functions that are doing the work, and their name is kind of also more explicit about what they're doing. All right, let's share this. Publish this project and copy that into the chat in case you're watching this. And then we'll be continuing this project later on, adding more and more options to our super cool stopwatch. But now, I've got my stopwatch so I can unplug it and start using it somewhere else. All right, so I'm gonna go and do my little clickbait image here. Put some smileys. Preparing for the end of the stream. If you have questions, our chats are open. So if you're watching this video, we have live. This is live streaming, and you're welcome to join our shows to ask more questions. Whoa. All right. That's it for today.